how much did you know about me before you wrote that story?
Your story is just literally every line. I mean, seriously.
And just seeing that happen again in your story, well, that's just, that can't be a coincidence, obviously.
That's fantastic. Wow.
So there's some pieces of that story that are quite profound and are right in reality.
Shariah said, I want my light to shine, Jasmine. Jasmine kissed Shariah's forehead and said, glow. Let your glory shine. You're worthy, Shariah. Therefore, Shariah turned away from her magical mentor and faced the dark forest before her.
Jurri, it's just incredible. It's so Holy Spirit inspired. And that's why it moves me to tears, because I just felt like he literally spoke to you. He literally spoke to you about me.
Want to know what story you're in? Discover your own tale in books written about you. Imagine a library in heaven that contains books with stories written about you and me. These stories could be in any genre, from fantasy, mystery, action-adventure, or romance. Do you want to know what story you're in?
I love that you are using what you have in a powerful way to reach people that's outside of the box.
Yeah.
You're using your skill set to lower the wall that would keep people from wanting to receive, and you're releasing what you have in a way that can be received by someone who doesn't yet know the love of God.
Yeah.
And I really commend you for that. It is a forerunning that you are doing.
Thank you.
You're pioneering it.
Yeah.
A couple people text me, what does this mean, when I sent them the link.
Right.
I've never heard of this before. That's right, because I think Jurri's the only one doing it. And I really commend you for it.
Thank you. Marcia and Edwin, thank you.
Order a personalized, revelatory, unique story to discover the glory inside your heart. Peer into the pages of the Father. Become a legend and discover your identity and destiny here in Legends of the Wind. Click the link, order now.
And hello and welcome to the Legends of the Wind podcast. I'm Jurri Schenck. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight was supposed to be something really special. I had my co-host with me earlier today, Kylie, and we got into a bit of a fight. And she said there was no way she would come on the show to release two amazing prophetic stories for me and her mom, Alisha. And I felt so bad about it. I just could not believe that she would flake out so quickly. But sometimes there has to be magic in storytelling. So maybe someday... Well, wait a minute. Where did you come from? She showed up. Well, look at that, guys.
Hello.
So welcome to the Legends of the Wind podcast. We're doing something a bit different tonight. Typically, I'm the one delivering a prophetic story to a guest I've never met before, but tonight Kylie wanted to give two stories, one for me and one for Alisha. Alicia's feeling a bit under the weather. She can't join us tonight, but I'm here, of course. And so what do we do here at the Legends of the Wind podcast? What is prophetic storytelling? So Kylie, I'm going to have you tell the audience,
Oh my.
what is prophetic storytelling?
A prophetic story is a story that tells you basically your future, present, or past in a storytelling way. It's hidden with secrets.
Ooh. And tell us more about that. What does that mean?
You have to uncode them. Like, let's say, similar to dream language.
Okay.
There's a car in this dream language, and it drives to a big city. What does this mean? It means that your job or your home or your career is driving to a bigger city. Or something like that.
Cool.
So we are here to describe the same thing.
Oh, wow. So there's symbols, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to interpret it, and it's a revelation, right? Great. Well, that's really cool. Don't you think this is an amazing little girl that we love so much? She's a brilliant, wonderful lady, very creative. And so, what have you seen, Kylie, with me and with other people on the shows? Like, tell the audience what has happened before.
It's very powerful. They find out and they realize how important this is.
And how important they are, too, right? So tell the audience, like, what are some things that people have discovered when they got a story? And remember, most of them I've never met before, right? So go ahead, tell them.
Most of them, he hasn't even met. He met them 15 minutes before the show. And that's literal.
Yeah, and then what happened with the person and their story? What do you think?
They found the desire in their heart.
Oh, okay, cool, very cool. Well, it looks like we've got some people in the chat. We would love your involvement in tonight's show. We've got some people in Korea. We got a Facebook user saying, yay. Alicia's laughing. Kylie is amazing. Grandma Gail says, very natural. Love her presentation. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat, huh? Very nice.
I'm trying to read the Korean.
Oh, that's okay. We'll get it soon. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Now, so Kylie, tell the audience, how do you receive a prophetic story? What's the process?
The process is that I will get pictures, images, and I'll get words sometimes. Sometimes I'll get both. Or sometimes I'll just hear
the words?
and then I'll write them down or translate them. Sometimes I'll have to go over them because I misunderstood something, but in the end, I get a very good, decent story.
Cool. See, guys, you don't have to be an adult to do this. Anybody can do prophetic storytelling. It's about using your ability to see in the spirit, to hear, and to create a story, and anybody can do this. A child can do it, adult as well. And so...
And an adult or child can receive it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Kylie, you have 2 stories tonight, right? So tell us first the titles of both of them, and then tell me which one you want to go with first.
Well, the first one is called The Forest Pond. That's for my dad. And then the second one is called A Brand New Job for my mom.
Okay, and when did you write these stories? How
About
long?
a year ago. That's what I remember.
A year ago. So now you told me that a long time ago you read them to me and Mom, right? Just so you know, guys, I don't have a recollection of what the story is. So this
it's
is
pretty much new.
pretty much brand new. And you wrote these a year ago, right? About.
Yeah.
Sure. Cool. And yeah, so what do you think, Kylie? Are you ready? So what we do is we have a conversation after we read a story. So the story is a revelation, and then our conversation afterward is interpretation, where we learn to unpack the hidden treasures in the story. And then the goal is to find the application. What do you do with it? What is it that we have, our actions that we take, or the revelation we need to acquire to take the story home and apply it to our lives?
So we're going to do story, interpretation, other story, interpretation.
Okay, cool. Sound good? Well, go ahead. Read away.
The Forest Pond. Jurri was hiking on a mountain. He was visiting his dad, who was lying in bed, still with sickness. Jurri wanted to see him. It was summer, so it was hot. Jurri had ran out of water and was looking for a river. He saw one and refilled his bottle. Behind him was a very curious duck. It was looking in Jurri's backpack and pulled out some potato chips. Oh no! Jurri tried to get the chips. The duck took off. The duck dropped the chips when Jurri was at a big tree. It was covered in vines and other things like moss, mushrooms, Then a bird flew to Jurri. It was blue with red wings and its head was purple. It had yellow feathers sticking out of its head. It spoke like a river of water, but calm at the same time. You have been searching for something that will come in time, said the bird. Ah! Said Jurri, but he could not move. Then he saw a woman and her child getting yelled at by their neighbor. And then he found himself back at the tree. What was that? He said. That is your past, said the bird. You will now be free of your prison, but now you must go see your father. He needs you, and you will see great things in your dreams. And then Jurri was in front of his father's house.
Oh, wow. Wow. Can I see the paper so I can look at it?
It's a little jumbled up, and there's a few
That's
misspelled
okay.
words.
Well, this is pretty cool. So, so do your thing with me right now. How do we talk about this?
Well, let's start at the beginning. So,
Okay.
his dad, my grandpa, is actually in some pain right now.
Okay, you mean in real life?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got some owies, doesn't he? Yeah. So grandpa or my dad is in bed with a sickness, and then it's summertime and it's hot, and I'm out of water looking for a river. Saw a refilled his bottle. Behind him was a what is that?
A very curious duck.
A curious duck. Oh.
Now, what does water mean in dream language?
Well, water can mean spirit. It can mean the flow of life. It can mean nourishment or refreshing. Like the opposite would like be a desert, right? So that means that your soul could be thirsty and parched. But then if you have water, then you can be joyful, refreshed, that kind of thing.
So you're hunting for your refreshment.
Ah, okay.
And then the river is your refreshment.
Okay, so I'm having dryness, or I'm thirsty and it's hot. I'm with my dad, and what about the duck? What's a duck all about?
Well, I just found out there was this very it was not. I think it was female duck because
Okay.
of its colors.
Okay.
It was very curious, and it had very human-like eyes.
Really?
And it was like basically boink boink in
Okay.
your backpack. Your backpack was very blue and very blue.
Okay. Now, most ducks, the colorful ones are the males. And then the females are like brown and camouflage.
That's exactly what I saw.
So you saw a female duck? So
It
this wasn't a colorful duck, right?
It was plain brown.
Oh, okay. What about the bird that had blue and red wings in its head?
I think it was a parrot.
Oh, that's a different bird. Ah, okay.
Except that most parrots have red heads, but this one had red wings and a purple head.
Okay. And so what can we talk about the female duck? It was trying to get the chips out of the backpack, right?
Well, perhaps that the colorful bird was a peacock because of its feathers right
Okay.
here. I was also wondering if that duck might have not been a duck. It might have been a chick. Maybe the peacock's chick.
Okay. All right. So what do you think I need to learn, or what is the meanings behind the two birds and the animals and what they're doing? What do you think?
I think they're basically like little guiders to help you get on the right path.
Oh,
So
they're helpers. Okay.
So you're searching for your refreshment, and then you find a helper that guides you to the tree. So that accident of the duck eating it was not really an accident.
Oh, okay, very good. And so in the Bible it talks about the seven spirits of God, which has the colors of the rainbow. And this bird has many colors. Do you think that bird could be that helper? Because they help too, right? Sure. Okay.
So it says the colorful bird spoke in rushing waters, but it was calm. Maybe the rushing waters is also a refreshment, but a calm refreshment.
Well, that could be like the voice of the spirit. Yeah, that's good. And what was the voice saying? I know it sounded like rushing water, but what was the bird trying to tell me? Do you have it in here?
Well, first it said, you have been searching for something that will come in time.
Oh.
And then it said,
And then there was a woman and her child yelling at the neighbor, right?
that is your past, said the bird.
Ah, the past. And now I'm free to go into my future.
You will now be free of your prison. But now you must go see your father. He needs you.
That is
and you
amazing.
will see great things in your dreams.
That's encouraging, because it talks about their past, present, and future, like you said in the introduction of our show. So, so I was free from my past. Like the yelling and screaming. Oh, I understand that. Wow. And so now this story is giving me hope for my future.
It's an encouragement and help.
That's really powerful. I really love the imagery. I love the symbolism. I love the story. It's good. Thank you.
And it said you were hiking on a mountain. And when I saw it was a very high mountain. And you were on the very vast, very hot part. So I'm wondering if it was a desert.
Oh, so you couldn't see if it was a forest or desert?
Well, it was close to the desert because I saw sand.
Okay, very good. So are there other visual details that you remember, or do you remember any sounds at all?
Well, the river was calm. It was not rushing.
Okay.
There were lily pads. It was more of a pond through.
Okay.
But it was still considered a river.
Okay, that's good. The picture that we selected from the thumbnail was from the Tetons, and there was like a lake up high in the Tetons. And
The lake I saw was like almost completely closed pond, but it had two little trickles of water.
Okay, that makes sense.
Streams.
That's good.
So it was barely a river. It was more of a pond.
Okay, that's great. That's kind of like the picture I selected. Let me ask you a question then. So what do you think is the application? Or how can I use this? Or what should I do with it?
I think it's that... So, Jurri was hiking in a mountain. That's probably maybe present. Your hiking is your difficulties up a high mountain.
Okay.
It's your difficulties to the water.
Okay.
That's your destination.
Uh-huh.
Well, my grandpa's house is the destination, but you don't know it at that time.
Okay.
So when you're doing the water, that's when you're manifesting.
Ooh, I like that.
And then the bird is when you get your explanation.
Okay.
And then after the explanation, you're at your destination.
That's good. It doesn't necessarily have to mean my literal dad either. It could mean Father God, that I'm going to see him, right? So that's another way of looking at it. See, the guys, great storytelling and prophetic storytelling and like dream language can have multiple meanings at the same time, and all can be true.
And it can be more than one meaning at the same time.
That's right. Well, thank you very much. This is a very good story. So, guys, we have some people in the chat saying awesome story. Mom says that the Korean language is grandpa, your mom's dad in Korea.
No. What's that one? That story I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
Namu.
Well, we'll just get it translated later, okay? So if you want to have any questions or comments in the chat, please type away. Let us know what you're thinking about Kylie and her stories. Let us know what you're thinking about the interpretation. Any revelations that you have, any insights that you have, we are totally open to that. We welcome your input. So yeah, are we ready to move on to the next story?
The next story is called A Brand New Job. Alisha was painting at her house. When the doorbell rang, Alisha answered the bell. There was a handsome man at the door. I'm here to give you a job. Nope.
That's not me.
Job. Offer for painting. Oh, sorry. My name is Joe.
What is her name? His name? Josiah? Okay.
And I am here to give you a job. Oh, thank you. I looked around. Sorry, your job begins on April 20, and he closed the door. Alisha ran to tell her husband and child. She stopped and thought she would tell them at dinner. When it was dinner, Jurri broke out saying that doctor said his right leg must rest. Alisha forgot about the job and was focused on him. She was unable to tell anyone about the job. On April 20, she set off. Dad woke up and saw Alisha was gone. No, oh no, he woke up Kylie and they tried to call her with no success. Alisha was listening to loud music, so she could not hear them. When she got there, she looked at a big building and went inside. She asked an assistant where she needed to be, and the assistant showed the way up to the 5th floor to a room with a photo that she must copy with different styles. Together, she was there till midnight and made lots of money with her work. When she got home, Kylie and Jurri hugged her and asked if she was okay or hurt. Alisha told them everything. They looked at her angry and happy at the same time because she didn't tell them. And then Alisha finally got a job. Wow, they said. Alisha had a good dinner and watched some artist videos and went to bed.
Oh, wow. Let me look at this. So Josiah is the person that came to give her a job, right? So let's look up the name Josiah. Name meaning Josiah. And that means God supports and heals. Ooh, support and heal. That's right. And you know, it's funny because you didn't know how to say it, but you wrote down the words. So you knew the letters, but you didn't know.
I mistook the A as a G, and I thought it was Josai, like your sign.
But you're picking up the story prophetically. That's the key thing, is that you were given the information, but you didn't naturally know it yourself. Right. Wow.
I'm wondering about April 20.
Yeah, April 20th. Well, that's someone's birthday.
That's my mom's birthday.
Yeah. And your job begins on her birthday.
Excuse me, there's a software update.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. And so we have some comments already. Great story, Kylie, from Mom. And someone on Facebook is saying the number 4 is the number of creation. The number 20 is complete or perfect waiting period. Grandma Gail says, excellent writing and love the multiple interpretations from Grandpa. And April is the 4th month. Thank you, guys. Love your comments. Love your interaction. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay. And so God helps or supports is Josiah. April 20th is her birthday. And they're saying it's the creation and the completion. Now, it's funny. My right leg must rest in the story. Well, I think that legs in dream language means strength or support or walking, and I need to rest. And right, I think right means justice, maybe. I don't know. So I have to rest because maybe I'm holding things up while she's not having a job, right? It's just me spitballing my interpretation.
So when the doctor says you rest before the things fall, Alisha catches them.
Oh, okay. Great. And so she's then painting at midnight, right? Tell about that again.
She was watching painting stuff.
Right, but she doesn't have a job. Or does she have a job?
Well, she was painting at the house, so she wasn't exactly. It was probably around midday.
Okay, so what else can we interpret from the story?
Well, what does painting mean?
Creation, artistic ability, designing, seeing in the spirit.
Maybe she was
her work, her career.
Maybe she was painting her career.
Could be. Or she could be realizing her dreams, like manifesting what she sees in her imagination. Okay. And then how does this story conclude? What can we take from that?
Well, I think we can take from that she's she's painting, that she's trying to get her writing her career, and how she wants it to be, and then she gets a job from Josiah, and then it starts on her birthday.
Very good.
And it starts at...
Where do you see it? Here. It's on April 20th, right?
Yes, but I think there was a time.
At midnight?
No, it's not at midnight.
Okay.
When she started.
Okay.
I remember it being 10:30.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What is the application for Mom's story? What do you think that she should take away, or we as a family? What do you think?
Well, she didn't get a chance to tell you about the job. So I think this manifestation is going to be a surprise. And
you wrote this story in March 26?
Yes.
That's what you wrote down here on the page. So you wrote this story then, and in real life, did Mom have a job at that time?
I don't think so.
No, but what's the big news?
She gets a new job.
I know, but what's the big news in real life?
She didn't get a brand new job. She got hired back on her old job.
Right, and she's starting later in a few weeks or something like that. So guys, thank you for praying for us, for our finances, and for Alisha. Because this is cool, because she wrote, Kylie, a wonderful 8-year-old little girl, wrote a prophetic story, March 26, 2023, about a brand new job. And just recently, Alisha got her job back. Now, isn't that cool, guys? Isn't that so cool?
It could, like I said, it could be past, present, or future.
Right.
In this case, it's future.
Yeah. Isn't this amazing, guys? I mean, look, anybody can do this. A little kid can do this. An adult can do this. And it's so neat because if you go to a church or a conference and people give prophetic words, they aren't usually done in story form. And that's what even my daughter is learning to do, is to pioneer prophetic storytelling, to be able to encourage people, to strengthen people, to see in the imagination and hear the words through a story for assistance, for revelation, for encouragement. You know, I didn't hear this before. This is brand new to me, even though that's Alisha's story. And I think that it's something so special, isn't it? Something so special. And we want to be able to bring that to you too. I mean, it blows me away, Kylie. Really, it does. So Kylie, Grandma says, Kylie asks good questions to sort out the interpretations. And that's Grandpa commenting.
And then congratulations, Alisha.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool. Now, if you're watching this for the first time and you've never seen prophetic storytelling before, this is a kid. We're modeling it for you. And you can see all sorts of other episodes in our library on YouTube to see many people getting blessed by a prophetic story. And if you want to have a story for yourself, to order one from me, you can go to our website, legendsofthewind.com, or there's a link below in the description, and you can order a product called Become a Legend. And here we will be able to write a story for you. And also, you know, my wife Alisha does amazing artwork, and she can paint you as another product an amazing book cover illustration for your prophetic story. And it can be a keepsake. It's a single one-time print, and your prophetic stories inside. And there's other information in there as well. And you can hold on to that forever. So check it out, guys. Go to legendsofthewind.com. And, you know, we're a business. We are building our platform. We are doing something brand new. No one else, as far as we can tell, is doing prophetic storytelling. And so people aren't going to Google at this time to go, how do I get a prophetic story? So we would love for you to spread the word. Let people know what we're doing. Let what Kylie is doing. And, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and hit the notification bell so that you can be aware of future broadcasts. We'd appreciate that very much. Thank you.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
So this is not my first time on.
No, it's not.
And he does not only do prophetic stories, but he also does dream interpretation, and my mom will design covers like he said.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you. And who knows, maybe you want a story from Kylie too, right?
And I did give Mommy some prophetic words.
Yeah.
Like 100 or so.
Right. You're practicing, aren't you? That's good. So, guys, we love you very much. We love our family. We love the people who watch the show. Thank you very much for supporting our program and being part of our lives. It's a fun thing that what we're doing, and we're excited to see what the future holds for us. So thank you very much for watching our show tonight. Kylie, do you have any final thoughts at all? No? You're good? Mm-hmm. Well, I want to tell you that you did a fantastic job. Thank you very much for writing those 2 stories for Mom and myself. Mm-hmm. You did a great job. You are learning very well. You're understanding symbols and dream language. You're understanding how to hear, how to see, and understanding story.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Is there any event that's near March 26th? I might have given it for a birthday or Mother's Day or Father's Day.
I don't know. I'd have to go look at the calendar, Kylie.
Is March the first month of the year?
I don't know. We'll have to go look. Anyway, thanks for asking, but you did a fantastic job. Thank you very much. You're so encouraging. And guys, check us out at legendsofthewind.com. You can see other information there as well about what we're doing. And thank you so much for watching the show.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks. We'll see you soon.